Evening, everyone. It's about 6 o'clock, and this is your closing comment for Monday the 8th, first day of the trading week. And this is video number 662. And it was another wildly split day with the Dow up 306 after being up about 440 and up just under 1%, new all-time high close, and the NASDAQ being down almost 311 or another 2.5%, 2.41. The S&P was down 0.5%, down 20. The Russell was up $11, so just under 0.5% there. And the transports were up 92.62 or 0.68. What was interesting today, you'll be the judge, but the Dow, so New York Stock Exchange, not just Dow, New York Stock Exchange internals were 1.7 to 1 to the upside. On the NASDAQ, which was down over 2.4%, they were 1 to 1. So as many stocks up as down, but again, the concentration on the upside comes back to bite it in the ass now as a concentration on the downside. To give you a couple of looks at that, we'll start from the top. Google 2013 down 84 or 4%. Amazon 29.52 down 48 or 1.6. Apple 116.56 down 483 or 4%. Facebook 256.38 down 790 or 3%. Alibaba 226.24 down 7.64 or 3.25%, and Microsoft, which was really the only one that had any real news, 227.39 down 421 or 1.82%, and Disney, the big gainer on the day, new all-time high, 202.65 up 12.55 or 6.6%. So, as you can see, all those favorite names, they're all the ones that they hate. My personal perspective, we're oversold. These things are going to get a bounce. The work from home stocks are going to get a bounce. We have no control over COVID, regardless of what anybody tells you. We still have only a minor percent of the population immunized, if it works. If it works to the extent that people think it might, which is to say you get a shot, you don't get sick, and it protects you. The question of how long does it last if you've gotten sick? So we don't have a lot of answers, but there are certainly plenty of questions out there. And everybody and their brother have been selling these big name stocks. Okay. News-wise, we had Acadia, ACAD, get an FDA deficiency report on its dementia drug. The stock, which recently was 58, closed today 45.78, down 320 or 6.5%. But after the close, when that news hit, it dropped a fast $20 to 25. The last is 27.99, down 20.99 or 43%. So biotech, clearly does not go in one direction only. And if anybody was listening last Monday when all of that great news was around on Johnson & Johnson, I said that I thought the stock was a sell on the news, whereupon it went from 160 to 151 quickly. Today we also had Stitch Fit, SFIX, miss both top and bottom line and give poor guidance. That one was as high as 113.76 recently. Today it was as low as 50 on the news. well more than cut in half. The last trade is 53.30, down 19.56 or 27%. The issue there is their revenue recognition. They send you a package, they don't charge you. You keep what you want, you send back what you don't. When they get that package back and they see what you took, that's when they recognize the sales. If anybody has been paying attention for the last 3 months, you would know that FedEx, UPS, and any of the other delivery services are backed up, overworked, and late on all their deliveries. So this puts Stitch Fit in the unenviable position of having to wait an extraordinary amount of time in order for them to receive those packages back and have the revenue recognition. So I don't know how far they'll take that one, but down 27% certainly hurts. We had the meme stocks trade interestingly today. GameStop 190.31, up 52.45 or 38%. This was on the news that the guy who they hired from Chewy has formed a sub-board committee for capital allocation. So this stock that was $5 and couldn't get out of its own way with the big short position, traded up to 504, came all the way back down to under 100, and now is back to almost 200 on the news that this guy's going to form a committee. You know, color me surprised, because the fact that he's going to do something for a company that was practically out of business because they didn't do anything like this before seems a little excessive. Also on the excessive side was AMC. If you recall, AMC ran right along with GameStop. Today it had a high of $13.55 and the last of $8.94, up 89 cents or 11%. Now, here's what surprises me about that. Disney was up $12.50 because they kept their newest movie, which had only $8.6 million in earnings, dramatically lower than they expected. However, what they did was they didn't release it through theaters, Cinemark in particular, who is crying foul, and kept it for Disney Plus. Now, here's what the economics look like. If you want to take your wife and your 2 kids to the movies, it costs you about $35. At $29.95, Disney looks like a bargain. Plus, there are those little extra add-ons like a drink or candy or, a $6 bag of popcorn that you couldn't eat if you went there after starving for a week. And so the theaters like AMC, this is like the way that theaters make money is the same way that bars, restaurants make money. They make money on what you buy besides the food, the drinks. So AMC, I'm assuming, does pretty much the same thing with those $6 bags or $7 bags of popcorn that probably cost 18 cents to make and 20 cents for the bag. In any event, AMC seems well overdone here. Even at $8.94, up 11%. Okay, another debacle here is on the chart on the screen. That's gold. Gold is down for 9 of the last 10 days from a high of about $18.20 to today's close, $16.80. Well, it's now up $2.40, but it closed $16.78. $16.78 in 10 days from 1820 is a pretty hefty loss. It's $150 an ounce, and $150 an ounce is right around 8%. But let's take another look here, and that is from the high, which was 2090, 2089, to where we are down here at 1878 or 1680, is a 20% decline from the high. It's hard for me to understand. Relative strength, RSI, is back at 20. It's broken all of its previous bottoms. It looks like it's trying to hold here into this area from early 2020, but we'll see. Personally, I don't think that Bitcoin has totally supplemented this and made it an unimportant, unrelatable market. And as I said, with an RSI of 20 and a fall of 20%, also open interest, as you can see, has continued to decline. What happens when open interest declines like this means the public is generally getting out. The commercials and the traders take control of those futures and generally will turn them higher. And that's clearly something that I expect. On a day like today, where the gold was down $20.50 to 1678, silver didn't go up, but it also didn't go down. Silver was down 1.8 cents. So a gold contract lost $2,000 today, while a silver contract lost less than 100. That is an issue here on a relative strength basis. In any event, that's pretty much where we are. The oil hit 67.98 on the Yemen attack for Saudi, and then turned tail and actually moved all the way down to 64.58, and it closed 65.05, down $1. I expect that to continue. I think this market is way overbought, like the gold is way oversold. Bitcoin, 52,145, up almost 2,600. It's right under that area that I pointed out in last night's letter, and that is, it's been locked in this trading range between 45,000 and 53,000 and change. It's pretty obvious on the chart. The high here is 53,000 even. The low here, 44,900 to 45,000. So I can't do anything until it breaks out and closes above or below. So I'm stand aside. The dollar was up about 35 cents. The bonds were down about $0.50, but really trying to hold that bottom and turn higher. All right, everyone. That's all I have for you. I'll be back first thing in the morning. Be careful out there. It is tough, and we'll see if we can make some money tomorrow.